Hello everyone, it's just me, still over at my dad's. Want to take you on a little tour of the property before I leave for the last time. This is the front yard, and many moons ago we used to have a tent right here, and it fell to bits, but I used to camp out in my front yard, and Mom would bring me toasted tomato sandwiches and with mayo. So that was real fun. I loved it until the earwigs got the better of the tent, and then that was it. These trees did not always look like this. My dad kept them like meticulously trimmed to look like upside down Dixie cups, and people would actually stop from all over the place and ask to take photographs in the wintertime of these trees because they look so beautiful. We do not have a driveway. We never added a driveway. There was a bit of a sort of a drive, but it was in mud, actually, sandy loam, what they call. And one day it was raining, and we used to get taxis home from the shop with groceries, and the taxi sank into the mud, and we had to pay to get a tow truck in to sort out the problem. So after that, Dad put it all in grass. I hope you can see this because the sun's out and it's a bit of a glare on the camera. Up here, and I'm avoiding the neighbours' windows, there was a bike run what my dad made, and I wish I'd got photographs of it. We used to put our bikes here, my sisters and I. My mum didn't ride a bike. My dad did once, and then binned the bike to the cellar, and that was it. So he had no patience with all the gears and such. But I'm going to take a little walk out here to the end of the property so that I can show you just some more trees, lots of trees, and the new people what have bought this place are thinking of ripping all them out, so not happy, but nothing I can do. Yeah, okay, I'm at the end of the start of the property, and there it all is. That's half it. Well, no, not quite half. Half would be at the side of the house. This is the start of it, and I'm gonna miss this place. I'll miss my dad, family and all, parents. Well, my parents, my nan. We had a dog named Frosty, and I spoke about that in one of my videos I did this morning. That little chap trained himself, believe it or not, and he would come out and about without a leash, and he would make the rounds all the way around the perimeter of the property, and he would not go beyond it. He was such a good little boy. And then he would go back in the house after he'd done his business. We've got a lot of snow, so I'm going to see what I can do about traipsing through it to show you. And the people what were doing the lawn did not put the fence back. Thank you very much. My dad had that put up actually the summer before he fell and everything went to bits. This is the backyard. Excuse me. That house all the way down there was my Nan's when they came from England. This is how big the property, like the whole property, was. This was all farmland up here. There was no house here many moons ago. My Nan's house was one of the first houses here by the railway tracks. It's cold out here, really cold. And this was all their property. From that house straight up to the start of the road. And it was all farmland. Now, the property is a bit warped. So, it sort of goes downhill. Like it's level. I gotta watch what I'm doing. There's really a lot of snow here, and I could fall on my London derriere. Whoops. Got a guide dog? Anyone? I want to show you this if I can without killing myself. I'm only going to go so far because I'm sinking up to my what's it in snow. Whoops. Okay, all this down here to the fence line, what we had in garden, my nan down there at the house also had in garden all the way up here, and they had an outdoor loo. Now what would happen is when the spring floods would take place, all this down here would fill up with water and it would float up to my nan's house, catch the loo and bring it all the way back here. So when you got up in the morning to go to the bathroom, you quickly forgot why, or you did your business in a bush or something, because it was just too much trouble to come find the loo and take it back. So when my mum and dad got married, and at that point Gramps, I'm not sure if he had passed away or if that was shortly, if mum and dad got married shortly before he passed away, but they weren't farming anymore, and mum was the last child of 7, so they gave the property to mum and dad to build that house. And so all this down here we used to put in potatoes and lettuce and corn and all kinds of, like this whole area. If I can get, whoops, I can't go too far, I'm sinking in snow. I wish I could show you the whole thing, but crap, I can't. But all this was garden, and then believe it or not, what I'm stumbling about, and there's a pathway straight, well straight, I'm not walking straight, but straight up here, and on both sides of this path was garden. So we gardened for a lot of years before my parents couldn't do it anymore. This tree, look at that, gotta show you it. This was a school project, believe it or not, in grade 7. We were told, like a baby, to bring a tree home and look after it, and Dad killed my first tree. He brought it home, he planted it, and he had the roots all twisted around itself, and it suffocated within a few days. So I had to go back to the teacher, and instead of saying my dog ate my own work, it's my dad killed my tree. So I wanted to show you that, because once I'm out of here, then I can't do it anymore. So there's the back of the house. Whoops, let's see if I can make it out of here alive. Try and follow my path back. My hands are bloody freezing. That there used to be where our pool was. Well, the second place for our pool. The first place for the pool was right there, and we moved it. It was one of those round 2 feet deep pools, but it's something. And we put potatoes back where the other lot was, and put up a fence, very feeble wafer board fence, and put the pool here for quite a few years. And then my dad started putting, and there was a shed, a porch right here with a clothesline. There was a pole right up here. I got photographs, I have to show them on Facebook and stuff. But the clothesline pole went right back to that tree, that little tree, well, used to be a little tree, going down the bottom. So a lot of things, got to get back around it. I can't feel my fingers. I think it's like -16 or something like that. But I wanted to show you all this before I can't do it anymore. Can I even get around it? I don't know. Let's see if I can get around this side of the property. And it's like a jungle, but here, blimey, look at this. Everything's overgrown. It's not the way my dad had it at all. He was so sad that he could not keep it up. Now quite quickly sinking. More trees. This was the side of the house where the garden hose was. That was the box for the aircon, what is no longer here. And that gate Dad put up because the neighbours at the time had Rottweilers, and he wanted to protect us in the backyard. So, and I've got to photograph this before it's not here anymore. Dad's birdhouse. Kept it up for years and years and years and loved it. Birds been there for quite a while, and then we started getting wasps. So, but then Dad put a bird feeder out the back past my age tree, and when Dad was stronger and healthier, he used to go back there and feed the birds. But you know, oops, years before, Mom used to feed the birds on the eaves right up here where all these obstacles are, and Dad loved it because the birds seemed to get out there and freeze in the eaves, and then he'd have to clean it out in the spring. But Mom loves seeing the chickadees, and I believe it's orioles, all kinds of birds come up on the eaves and feed out the eave trough. And I used to help her. I used to push the seeds out the windows. There's little holes in the windows, and I used to push the seeds out. So I wanted to show you all that, and I'm going to go back and get my hands warm before I leave because I'm really bloody cold. Here we go. Woo! Really, really cold outside. Holy cow. Keep warm, everyone. Keep your pets in because I've got no fingers left. And thanks for standing by me. Love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. And got a glove on this hand, but not in the other one. Bye bye. Right here, shaky hand. See, no glove. Bye bye.